you're going to use for cutting out cardboard are a cutting mat underneath everything, and you're going to use a ruler or some kind of straight edge with a metal, some kind of straight metal edge for cutting against, and you're going to use some kind of cutting tool like this. So, in order to cut safely, okay, this blade extends and then it locks into place. Okay. It is dangerous. You can cut yourself if you're not careful, which is why when you cut, you do not cut towards yourself and you don't cut towards someone sitting next to you. Okay. Instead, you are going to, with one hand, you're going to hold the material you're cutting and you're going to cut perpendicular to your body. So from left to right if you're right-handed, or from right to left if you're left-handed. It's better to stand up while you're cutting because you get more leverage to hold your materials into place. So here's how that works. I'm going to use the metal side of the ruler and I'm going to line it up and I'm going to press really hard with my fingers and I'm going to slice through this a few times. Okay, because it's pretty thick. It has different layers. You might be able to see here. Okay, and so I need to get through all of those layers. I'm not going to try to do that with one pass. So I'm going to hold it tightly, I'm going to press, and I'm going to drag it across. And drag it across again. Drag it across again. And I think I made it. Did I make it all the way through? I did not make it all the way through yet. So now I'm going to press a little bit harder. And now I made it all the way through. Okay, and then I'm going to do this side. So in order to do that, again, I'm not going to cut towards me. I'm going to turn this sideways. And I'm going to cut from left to right. So I'm pressing hard. And I'm going to go a little bit past the corner. Press that in. And I'm going to do one pass, and then another pass, and another pass, and press a little harder each time. Okay, okay, and that went all the way through there. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way across. Okay, did I go all the way through yet? There we go. Okay, so now I have this piece. I can get rid of the rest of the cardboard, and now I can work in more detail here. And let's say you mess up a piece. Let's say you slice right through it. Okay, it's okay. If it's still usable, keep it and use it. If not, bring your big piece of cardboard back, okay, and make another copy of that piece. What is this? Okay, go. Next. Okay. Okay, and then I need these. Okay, so I have all of my pieces, which I'm going to then fasten together like this with some glue. Okay, so after you've cut out your pieces, then you're going to get a few more tools. So one is a paper plate, because now we're going to be working on a paper plate because we're going to be working with glue. And now we took our time to make sure that we cut out these pieces of cardboard very neatly. And so if you still have some rough edges, there's another tool that is made for smoothing out rough edges, and that is sandpaper. Okay, and so the form of sandpaper you can use if you want, that I'll make available, are nail files. So you will be able to take a nail file, and if you have some rough edges, you can just file it down for a smooth edge. We're spending a lot of time making this look nice and neat, so we want to continue to make sure that it turns out nice and neat. Okay, and then you want to make sure your plate is nice and flat, and then you're going to get some glue, but we're not just going to put a pile of glue on the sides to stick the house together. Instead, the glue is going to go on the paper plate. a little puddle of glue on the paper plate, and you're going to apply the glue to your cardboard with a toothpick. Okay, so now you want to decide, you've got these pieces of cardboard, even though they're flat, they actually do have some dimension to them. And so you have to decide, is your front of your house going to overlap the side, or is the side of your house going to overlap the front? Okay, and what I would suggest is, because we made the roof of our house slightly taller but the same width, I would suggest that the side of the house overlaps the front. So not like this, but like this. Okay, so I'm applying glue to the side. I'm also going to apply glue to the other side at the same time. Because then I can stand this up and I can stick the sides on. And then that should stay. And then I'm going to apply glue to the sides of the back of the house.
Riley Soldier, please come to the office. Riley Soldier, please come to the office. Thank you.
Okay, and then I want to squeeze that just a little bit so that I make sure that the glue is making contact with all the cardboard. I'm going to apply glue on all the top edges of the roof. You could do a very thin bead of glue with the glue bottle, but then use the toothpick to flatten it out. Or else you get too much and it clumps up in a puddle. Okay, now I'm going to stick my roof pieces on. And this is going to take till the next day to dry. You can add a little more glue in the cracks if you want. Just a thin bead at the top. And there's your house. Then you're going to carefully carry it over to a shelf to let it dry until the next day.